Hello there. I am so excited to share with you today 5 amazing tips to maximize your holiday trade. It is the most exciting time of year, and this will actually be my 17th season selling in the holiday period. So I have lots and lots of tips from you, from what I've learnt over the years, to make sure that you have a maximum result from your peak trade, which is how I usually refer to it. So first of all, some of these I've had to learn the hard way, and I'm going to spare you from those having to go through it the hard way like I did. First of all, I suggest that you start now planning ahead with the times that you're setting for your parties or events. So I found that in the early days, before I really knew how to plan ahead properly for peak trade, is I would book in a party a few weeks out and realize that it was at such an awkward time I couldn't book in any other events on that day, especially when it comes to a weekend. And at the busy season, you may want to do more than one party in a day. So if you book ahead with times perhaps 10 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and 7 o'clock in the evening, you can easily fit in 3 parties in one day, which is admittedly a big day, but it is very, very lucrative. And I always like the philosophy, make hay while the sun shines. This is our time of year that we can make so much money. So plan ahead so that you can fit in more than one party in a day. Now, at this time of year, usually in November, you might want to lock out a couple of days, and even in the first part of December, lock out a couple of days for power shopping days. So that is where I offer what I call stop and shop sessions. And anybody who doesn't want a full party or says to me, oh, I'm too busy, I don't want to do that, then they're much more likely to commit to a power shopping session where they don't have to do much, have a few nibbles, and you just set up for 1 hour. And it's not a full party experience, of course, but their friends just call in that time frame. You help them with their orders individually, and I find that it can be the same kind of results as a full party, but condensed into an hour. It's easy for me. I just take in a basket of some of our most popular products, do a small display, set up my shopping station, and I'm there to help individuals as they call in during that hour. So I will lock out 2 or 3 of those days and plan ahead for those days and set my times early in the season, because then I know that I'm prepared for them, I've got them there, and I can start to fill them. So I like to do 10 o'clock, 12 o'clock, 2 o'clock, 4 o'clock, and 6 o'clock. And yes, at the end of that, I am exhausted, but I only do 2 or 3 of those days a year, and it is so lucrative. You can make so much money in a single day by doing that. But if you don't plan ahead and block them out in your diary in advance, it will be really hard to fit them in. So that's why I'm telling you, nice and early in the season, let's plan ahead to make sure it's amazing. Oh, nice to see a few of you joining me live. Hello, nice to have you there. Now, I also like to do, nice and early in the season, a customer appreciation event. If you do it early in the season, say even in early October, then people aren't quite so busy, they're more relaxed, and I'll invite them either around for champagne and chocolate or wine and cheese, or both, hey, why not, and encourage them to come to the appreciation event, where, of course, I offer some really exciting prizes. Hi, Jasmine. Some really exciting prizes for anyone who books a party for the holiday season. So whilst they're coming to be appreciated, and I do give everybody a thank you gift who comes along to my special customer appreciation nights, I have some beautiful gift packs put together for anybody who books a party for the holiday season. And if you wait till near the end of the holiday season for your appreciation event, then it's not so effective at making the most of your holiday season. So go back, if you've been in your business for over a year, go back to everybody who's partied with you over the last holiday season and fill them in, invite them along. Now, I also like to aim to be the first person to post out Christmas cards. So they're probably not even quite in the shops yet. I do actually purchase mine at the end of season sales. So I'm prepared in advance. And this year, put that in your diary to make sure you stock up on Christmas cards early. But sometimes you can get Christmas cards even before Halloween in the stores. So start looking around because you might find some. I usually send mine in October to my past hosts and my top customers. And that way, it's just a reminder. I don't do much promotion in the card. It's, thank you for your business this year. If you're interested in doing any Christmas shopping, let me know. I'd be happy to help. Just a nice little PS at the bottom of the note. But people are so shocked, that they're getting a Christmas card so early. Sometimes I'll even get them out in the post before Halloween. And it's just a reminder that I'm there, and I find I get great business as a result of that. So maybe you could do that, build that into your strategy as well. I also suggest that it can get crazy busy. If you plan ahead now, as I'm suggesting, it can get crazy busy at this holiday trade season, peak trade. It's so exciting. I start preparing now to make sure I'm super organized for my family and for my business. So I will cook ahead. Every time that I'm cooking something that can be frozen or batched, I will cook double quantity so that for those busy days that I'm planning ahead for, it's easy for my family. It's easy. They can just get something out of the freezer. So start thinking ahead for that as well. How can you make the most of your time and batch your food so that you're organized? I also order in lots of stationery early. It's all stamped and highlighted and stapled, and whatever you have to do to it, make sure that you are ready and have it batched sitting there. Because at the really busy times coming up, you don't want to be in a mad flap, racing out the door, forgetting something, or realizing that, oh no, I don't have enough supplies to get me through all of the parties that I have. What if something goes out of stock, or what if it doesn't arrive and you need it? You don't want to be caught in that stressful situation. Believe me, I have been there. So prepare in advance. Something that you might also want to do coming into the busy season is to get your family on board with a family goal. Now, if you have children or a partner, it can be really important at this busy season to get them on side with something in it for them. Now, in this week's blog article, I have this printable that you can download to use. It's a rocket ship. Now, you can decide on your own goal. Have a meeting with your partner or with your children and decide what's in it for them while you're so busy. And there's a spot at the top where you can write the goal. It might be a family outing to somewhere special. It might be a holiday you're saving for. It could be an Xbox. It could be a trip to the movies. You decide on the budget based on what's appropriate for your family, and then discuss what the family or what your partner wants. And then everybody's on side. You then work out what the goal is, how much it's going to cost, and simply divide it by the number of bars in the rocket ship. And my children love this. They color in, every time I get home from a party, they color in the number of bars that I tell them, right, it was a great party. We can color in 3 bars today. And they're so excited. They actually turn from, oh, Mummy, you don't have to go again, to, Mummy, when's your next party? Because they can see visually the progress that they're making towards the goals. And it is such a positive thing to be teaching them. It's teaching them goal setting, it's teaching them delayed gratification, and it's involving them in your business. So I really encourage you to jump on and download the printable, because it will make a massive difference to how your entire household feels about the busy season. It helps them to be excited about the fact that you are really busy. And on the nights that you need to be sitting at the computer getting some work done, you can say, this is going to help us towards our goal too. And it just gets everybody on board in a positive way. So if you have any other ideas that you have to share in how you prepare your business for the busy season, I would love to hear them. The more that we share, the more that we grow together, and the more positive ripple effect we can create in the direct sales industry. So share it out, and I would love to hear it. Jump on, grab the printable, get your family involved. You know what? I love coloring it in for myself as well. It is so empowering. I have one in my diary that's more related to the team goals, not so much for me leaving for my personal business, which is where I get the family on board for, but it is so satisfying to color in that rocket ship for my own personal business goals as well, outside of what I'm doing for the families. You might find it just as satisfying as I do. So thank you to everybody who was able to join live. If you're watching the replay, we'd still love to hear your ideas and which of these tips you plan to do. Okay, bye for now. Thanks, everyone.